Hi, everybody. We are live here tracking these storms rolling through the area right now. We have got some severe thunderstorm warnings now for many communities. It is absolutely pouring outside. Good call, Ben there. Lake Hartwell Skycam just getting pounded right now with storms. So please, in the comment section, let me know where you're watching from. I've got that up on a screen to my left right here as we are watching live Super Doppler 4, our Skycams, all of our tools here at WYFF News 4 to keep you informed as we're watching these storms. So a severe thunderstorm warning sits right now for Elbert, Hart, Henderson, Polk, Transylvania, Abbeville, Anderson, Greenville counties. This thing is rocking across the upstate in western North Carolina. So let me know where you're watching. Let me know what you're seeing. Because this storm is packing a punch where it's rolling through right now. So let's get in on radar right now and kind of do a tour of what's going on. And Pickens County taking the brunt of this, as well as Clemson down to Pendleton, Sandy Springs into Starr, Iva, southern Anderson County. Each little pocket of this has wind gusts that are up above 60 miles per hour in many locations. This has had a history of producing some damage. Toccoa had a severe thunderstorm that brought down a tree and some limbs. And then many reports back through the Atlanta area of some tree damage with these strong winds that are rolling through. And that is the primary risk, in addition to just being really loud as they roll through. So we're talking about some loud thunderstorms rolling through the area right now with a severe thunderstorm warning kicking off for Greenville County. This goes until 9:15, so this will be approaching downtown Greenville here within the hour as this line pushes off toward the east. And again, many lightning strikes associated with this. Now, as we do a scan of the velocity, this is kind of an x-ray of the storm. You see these little brighter whites right in here. Those are pockets of wind that are estimated here to be over 60 miles per hour. This one in Pendleton, 65 miles per hour. So there's still some winds that are really clocking in really heavy here. 6 Mile up through Norris, northern parts of Pickens County, 60 miles per hour as this rolls on through. And further south, we're getting 47, 48 mile per hour wind. So this certainly packing a punch as it rolls on through. With that said, let's zoom back out. Let's do a couple of different tracks here for you so you kind of have an idea of what's coming in and when as this line rolls like this. I did that wrong. Let me try that one more time here. So, for example, this cell that's in central is moving east at about 40 miles per hour. So if it continues on its same path at about 40 miles per hour, it's going to be entering central any minute now, easily at about 22 minutes. Latham, Hale, Powdersville, Crosswell, Welcome, Tanglewood, Parker, Berea, 34 minutes. Judson Community, west parts of Greenville in 35 minutes. That'd be right at 9 o'clock. And then City View, East Gant, Sans Souci, Conisty, about 40 minutes. So roughly 9 o'clock for Greenville. And that's the severe part of the storm. That just clocked the 65 mile per hour wind. That's going to impact about 500,000 people here in the next 40 minutes. So there's a lot of people in the path of this storm as it rolls on through. And yes, Henderson County, you are under a severe thunderstorm warning for the gusty winds that are coming in really hard and heavy from the south. This coming in from Pickens County to the north. So I see Melanie's watching can easily. Tiffany says it is bad in Seneca. Thank you for that report, Tiffany. Jamie's watching right now for Easley, Powdersville area. You're going to get some rough winds here in the next 30 minutes. It's going to come down really hard and heavy, going to be quick, and just as fast as it moved in, it's going to move out. So watching that closely for you. Stephanie says Port Marina just caught the downpour while walking the dog. Oh, Stephanie, hope you got in time. Boy, that thing is rough right now as it's rolling on through your neck of the woods. I got Cecilia on. Ryan's on, watching right now from York. Hello to you, Ryan. Thank you always for watching. Lexi says there's power flashes in Pendleton and Anderson. Always appreciate that report. Thank you, Lexi. I believe it. I mean, this thing is packing a punch, 60-plus mile per hour winds, and we're tracking it every step of the way here. Again, if you can see the screens, we got live Super Doppler 4 there. We've got the sky cams here, and I've got access to the National Weather Service, who are also watching this right now, issuing those warnings. That wind that came through Clemson was scary, Barbara says. Thank you for that. And reiterates that, saying terrible wind gusts and torrential rain in Clemson. Liz says, what about Greer? Well, just ask the folks in Clemson as it just rolled through Clemson, packing a punch. That same cell, if it continues, will be towards you between 9:30 and 10 o'clock. So very dark in the North Lake area. Yeah, I believe that too. It is getting quite dark. Anderson said, Lexi from Anderson says power flash multiple times in Anderson. Kelvin says all good in Greenwood. Yeah, you're just south of it there. You do have a cell coming in from McCormick County. This does not have a severe thunderstorm warning for it for Greenwood. But Troy, Bradley, Kirksey, southern Abbeville County, you're about to get some heavy rain, but that is not severe. In fact, the more south you go in this line, it does appear like it is a little bit weaker. But by far the worst of this right now sits between, say, Pickens and Star Iva Anderson. And this is making a beeline for downtown Greenville. Very heavy rainfall. A lot of cloud-to-cloud lightning, but also some cloud-to-ground lightning happening right now as well. Very electrical storm, dealing with the humidity and the heat that we've had today. And this thing's going to come in quick. You're going to hear it. It is going to make some noise. So if you're about to put the kids to bed or get ready for bed yourself, well, it's going to be making some noise here over the next hour, hour and a half as it rolls through the area. I think by 10 o'clock, it's in Spartanburg. By 10:30, 11, it's pushing out of the area. So this thing's booking it. It's going to be in, it's going to be out, it's going to be rough, rowdy while it's rolling through, and then it's going to try to start to tame down just a little bit. So Spartanburg Downtown Airport, Dylan, yeah, you're probably looking at 10-ish. Jessica's watching from Greenville, sure appreciate that. Heather says Anderson is dark. Yes, that storm means business. It this time of the night, especially when the storm's coming in from the west, it shuts off that sunlight, and boy, it can be quite ominous coming on through because it'll shunt that sunset in a hurry. Dylan says heading home to Cowpens later. I'd wait for that thing to pass on by. Star, thunder, and lightning, lots of lightning. Thank you for that report. Crystal says the winds are rough in Star. Gwen says storm is now rolling into Abbeville. Thank you for watching that right now. Let me see. So appreciate you all watching right now. Roll call, let me know where you're watching from. I see Star, a lot of people from Star right now watching. It is just now picking up in the Star Iva area. Got Charlotte watching from Salem. Sharon's watching in Walhalla. Says it just passed by. I can confirm that. Yeah, the worst of it is definitely done in Walhalla and Seneca. You're kind of coming out of the worst of it, but it is now heading toward Easley, Pickens, West Pelzer, Belton, Honeypath, Meadowbrook, and Anderson. Downtown Anderson about to get some of this. Star, you bet. Lots of lightning. Some very heavy rainfall in that. I'm near the Anderson Airport area, Sandy says. Thundering and high winds. Yep, I can confirm that right there. There's the Anderson Airport. And you can add some extremely heavy rainfall here very shortly thereafter. Near Dickerson Acres, Vandale Place, Mountain Creek. I mean, it is just pouring right now. Pushing off toward the east. So Belton, Honeypath, West Pelzer, and you get up here into Pick out from Woodruff. You can expect some storms around the 10 o'clock hour. I think it's going to be trying to weaken before it moves towards you, Allison. One of my most trusted weather spotters, unless you're at the lake right now. You do send some pretty epic pictures of some storms from the lake. It is coming on through. Andrew says, boy, that wind coming into North Lake was absolutely insane. Andrew, thank you for that report. Glad you are safe. I believe it. This thing is packing a punch as it's moving on through. Just got into Cherrydale. Got very dark.